Hey guys, what's going on? ZeroArmada here with a first impression gameplay and commentary for Titanfall, the new FPS game developed by Respawn Studios and published by EA Games. So Titanfall will be available on March 11th. Beta just started today, and you can still sign up for the beta. Invites will be going out today and throughout the weekend. And I'll link you guys down below in the description box where you can sign up for beta. And the game will be available on the PC and the Xbox One. So, just kind of a little background story. Respawn Studio was founded by a couple developers who were ex-Call of Duty or ex-Infinity Ward developers. So, kind of with that background information in mind, and just kind of as a first impression, you can really tell the kind of the Call of Duty influence of the game. Game has literally no recoil to it. Very fast-paced. Close, tight-knit maps, really catered for the close quarter gameplay, something you would really typically expect from a Call of Duty game. And I think that's where most of the comparisons stop. The game literally has like no recoil on most of the guns, so kind of the skill gap for the guns in general isn't really that high because pretty much every gun is ridiculously overpowered. And with that in mind, you pretty much have balanced weapons because every weapon is OP, I guess you can say. But I think really where the skill gap comes into play is the use of the Titans and the use of the movement. The movement in this game especially, I think, is the real selling point to Titanfall. I mean, it's very fluid, very fast-paced, and very smooth. Not only do you just have the fast-paced running and the movement speed, but you have the intricate feature of the advanced parkouring that you're able to do on the maps, where you can run across walls, you can jump over walls, you can basically use walls in a way that most games don't really allow you to. Probably the closest comparison would be something out of Guns, but a lot more simplistic, I guess you can say. And I think the skill gap really comes into play when you learn how to kind of ambush enemies while using buildings as kind of a stepping stone or kind of a roadway, a pathway to various locations of the map that you wouldn't really typically think of going towards, such as rooftops, buildings, towers, and stuff like that. And I think that's really the one thing I feel that makes Titanfall really unique and really fun is just the added element of how movement plays a huge significant factor in the overall outcome and the overall playstyle of the game. Titans, of course, is another kind of a key feature or buzzword that Titanfall kind of really prides itself upon, and Titans really are kind of forced upon you, so to speak, because so you have Titans that spawn about every 3 minutes, and just because of the frequency at which they're available to you, and just because of the ease of use of the Titans in general, it's really, like, personally I feel it's an extension of the player. You can walk in it, you can run in it, you got the short sprint or the burst feature as well. And really when you walk in the Titan, or when you control a Titan, it really does feel like you're still a player. I mean, the movement is very, very fluid from a mech standpoint, kind of compared to other mech games like Hawken or the Blacklight Retribution Hardsuit, if you ever played that. So, kind of just those things in mind, Titans are kind of forced upon players in the sense that since they're so frequently available, players are going to use them, and because of the fact that you can also call out a Titan and you don't have to control it. You can have the AI bot control the Titan for you. So that kind of adds another incentive to using the Titans in general. And that's kind of forced upon the overall match and the makeup of the match. So it's not really, I guess the point I'm trying to make is it's not really like two Titans on one team against a bunch of infantry units. Everyone has Titans at their disposal frequently throughout the match. Kind of my personal gripes, I think really my one major gripe about the game, aside from kind of the low recoil guns, are the bots. The bots really kind of ruined the overall experience of the game for me. Of course, Titanfall was announced to be a 6v6 player game, and you have all these bots on each team. Kind of think of it like in League of Legends, you have your minions on each team. you have minions on Titanfall for each team as well, NPCs that kind of go around and shoot people, and sometimes they stand there and look dumbfounded. Sometimes they don't really work, or they're stuck, or they're glitched, and stuff like that. And kind of, you see these people streaming. I was streaming, or I was just recording gameplay, and I was just playing and just having fun. And it's like, oh my god, I got all these kills, boom, 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 and you find out that they're all bots. They're not necessarily players. And usually, like, for me at least, 9 times out of 10, when I die, it's because I'm shooting a bot and some player actually comes up behind me and kills me. So, I think that's kind of my whole gripe with it, is the fact that this is a PvP-centric game, and you have these bots kind of invading and ruining that experience by being a distraction more than a needed or necessary game feature, so to speak. And if they want more action, they can just increase the player count. Simple as that. I really think that the bots are a nuisance to the overall objective of the game, and kind of take away from really the player-on-player experience that they're trying to go for in Titanfall. So that's my initial experience with Titanfall. I love the game. I love the movement especially. I really do recommend you guys try it out. Tell me what you think. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And thank you for watching as always, guys. Much appreciated.